Hello? ये है आप लोग के सामने हम लोग कुछ अपना संगीत पेश कर रहे हैं. So we chose Rag Madhuvanti, afternoon Rag, and we have on bass George Kohler, on sax Andrew Kay, on keyboard Zahid Hussain, on santoor Hardayar Kalla, and tabla Parag Dhadphale, and me Pankaj Mishra. बहुत बहुत प्रणाम. 20 minutes.
This conference with the blessings of Sri Sadguru Uday Singh Ji. We would like to begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather and which the region of Peel operates. This land is part of the treaty lands and territories of the Mississaugas of the Credit. For thousands of years, indigenous peoples have inhabited and cared for this land and continue to do so today. In particular, we acknowledge the territory of the Anishinaabe, the Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and the Ojibwe Chippewa peoples, the land that is home to the Métis, and most recently, the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, who are the direct descendants of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land, and by doing so, give our respects to the first inhabitants. I will now request Sardar Harjinder Singh Ji and Sardar Harjit Singh Ji, presidents of the Namdhari Sangat Toronto, to request Sadhguruji to come onto the stage. Thank you. As we set up the stage, we will now play a short video for you. Thank you.
The world we inhabit is a beautiful garden of religious and cultural diversity. To foster a happier and more harmonious place to live, mutual respect and acceptance of each other's religious beliefs are essential. Unfortunately, extremism, intolerance, and a lack of acceptance have damaged the fabric of communal harmony.
उत्ते पोडियम रखते थल्ले स्टेप ते बंदा खड़ जी
नहीं नहीं ऊपर रख के ऊपर ही ऊपर ही
करना पोडियम च
the Guru Nanak Naam Leva conference.
with the sole intention to unite a splintered community to band under Sahib ideology.
थोड़ा बहुत
Post-partition.
अगे कर सकते
Similarly, in
there you
1934,
go
Sri Sadguru Pratap Singh Ji created history yet again
microphone
by organizing a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh unity.
thank you everyone I will now request Sardar Harjinder Singh Ji and Sardar Harjeet Singh Ji, presidents of the Namthari Sangha Toronto, to request Sadhguruji's presence on the stage. Thank you. Professor Joseph Chandra to the stage. We will now ask Dr. Gurjeet Singh Ji to welcome Shri Rakesh Goenka Ji to the stage. We will now ask Sardar Balbir Singh Ji to welcome the Venerable Monk Jivananda Ji to the stage. We will now ask Dr. Gurjeet Singh Ji to welcome Shri Vallabh Haridas Ji to the stage. I will now ask Dr. Gurjeet Singh Ji to welcome Sant Yadwinder Singh Ji to the stage. We will now ask Sardar Balbir Singh Ji to welcome the Honorable Lal Khan Malik Sahib Ji to the stage. I will now ask Dr. Gurjeet Singh Ji to welcome Puja Gagar Swami Ji to the stage. And I will now ask Sardar Balbir Singh Ji to welcome the Consul, Mr. Arjun Kumar from the Consulate General of India. We apologize, we have a small correction. We wanted to welcome the Honorable Imam Nasir Mahmud from to the conference today. Thank you. We thank all of our esteemed guests to this conference. We just experienced a wonderful musical presentation from musicians from diverse faiths and cultural backgrounds. They presented a perfect example of how harmony can exist even without a spoken language. The musicians presented the musical framework of Rag Madhuvanti. Madhu means honey, and it is a very sweet rag with a simple philosophy of love. Following this notion, we extend our warmest heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guests and the Sadh Sangat to the Interfaith Insights Conference. We gather here today on the motif of religious harmony and promoting peace to build bridges for humanity. In this day and age, individuals use religious differences as a source of malice, intolerance, and conflict, thus damaging and continually threatening our communal harmony. We observe the destruction of one another at horrific scales by war, fueled by this intolerance and ignorance. By focusing on our differences, we fail to realize that humans across the world share immense religious commonality. We humans across the world are part of an intricate garden of diversity and knowledge. Throughout our lives, we collect this knowledge and we use it to engage in kindness and good deeds in the hopes that we promote peace and harmony amongst ourselves. Today, we have the pleasure of gathering in Canada, the first country to adopt multiculturalism as an official government policy. Canada is a beautiful mosaic of cultures, languages, religions, and traditions. As a Canadian, I feel that Canada exemplifies how many cultures, languages, religions, and traditions can unify under one banner. And as a Canadian, I and many others believe that individuals from all religions can engage in dialogue, cooperation, and foster community values in the goal of global solidarity. Moreover, as Sikhs, we consider these beliefs as a fundamental. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji established the foundation of Sikhs on the core principles of everlasting truth, compassion, selfless service, honesty, and openness. As Sikhs, we advocate the utmost equality, social justice, service to humanity, and tolerance for other religions. Today, under the guidance of Sri Satguru Uday Singh Ji, the present head of the Namtari Sikhs, along with esteemed faith leaders, we are ushering an era of peace. Recent interfaith religious conferences held in Australia, England, India, and the United Arab Emirates have promoted peace and unity with compassion and welfare as their key message. These gatherings continue the legacy of bringing people together, bringing together diverse communities to foster mutual respect, collaboration, and peace. Today, we gather to share these messages. We hope with today's gathering, we strengthen, promote, and take home the messages of mutual respect, collaboration, and peace. In today's conference, we have esteemed guests and representatives from the Namtari Sikh Sangat, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat of Canada, BAPS Canada, the Buddhist Monastery, the Nirmala Mahamandal, the Hare Krishna Temple and ISKCON organization, the Hindu Sabha, and the School of Theology from the University of Toronto. We also have the esteemed Mr. Arjun Kumar from the Office of the Consul General of India, representing the birthplace and home of many of our attending religious communities today. We again welcome our esteemed guests and thank you all for attending. I would like to welcome our first esteemed guest of the day. He is a professor and published author of theology at the University of Toronto. He is accredited by the Supreme Court of Canada as an expert witness on world religions and is a member of the Interreligious Dialogue Committee of Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Joseph Chandra.
Your Holiness, Sri Sadguru Uday Singh Ji, other distinguished religious dignitaries, Your Excellency Arjun Kumar, Consul General of India in Canada, dear friends in our common search for better humanity where we seek peace, truth, and love. My brief reflection this afternoon is about these three words: harmony within humanity, truth, and peace. Harmony always requires more than one thing, person, or reality. As a Christian, teaching for the past 40 years Christian theology, in the context of world religions, and looking at Christianity, the larger context of world religions, I look at Jesus as one who sought that relationship and expressed it, a relationship with the world, a relationship with God. But did he always seek it in the heart of the Temple of Jerusalem, or did he seek it more than a reality outside as well? He did not confine that search of his personal harmony with God in terms of rituals and rites. He wanted to go beyond it, perhaps. So when we look at his life, he sought that harmony in the lilies of the field, in the birds of the air, in that sower who took the seeds to sow it in the field, in those fishermen who brought their catch and sorted out the fish from the nets. He experienced the presence of God in those fig trees that put forth the early shoots, as much as in those workers of different skills who would get up in the morning and go doing their work. All that mediated God to him. He experienced his God in the normal myriad realities of life. Secondly, he also was a person who identified truth with himself. He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." For the past 10 years or more, in teaching world religions, one of those great figures whom I always refer to and whose book I have read more than 4 times is Mahatma Gandhi, who said in his own biography, Satya Sodhana, a constant experiment with truth. When he was 60 years old in the year 1929, he said, "Up to now I believed God is truth, but now I come to recognize that truth is God." Because, he says immediately, that there are people who will not accept the existence of God, yet they will accept the value of truth. And therefore he sees truth as far more universal a concept, acknowledged, accepted, and sought after by persons who do not even believe in God. Later, in an interview, one of the journalists asked him, "But Mr. Gandhi, last week you said just the opposite of what you are saying now." And Mahatma Gandhi said, "Perhaps within these 10 days or a week, I have come to know something which I did not know earlier." And then later he writes, "Truth for me is not a sentence. Truth is not a statement. Truth is a lifelong search in which," he says, "I would like to see truth." And he identified truth later with reality, with existence. He says, "I would like to touch, feel, and be with truth." Truth is not something to be totally taken away as an abstract reality, neither can it be concretized in such a way that we own it or carry it. It is in that manner he expresses about truth. When Lord Buddha was asked by a philosopher, "Explain to me what truth is," and Lord Buddha kept silent. The philosopher got up, made a solemn bow, and said, "Thank you very much for this profound discourse on truth." Buddha's disciple Ananda asked him, "You did not speak, I did not hear anything. Why did he thank you?" And Lord Buddha said, "A good horse runs even at the sound of the whip." He, the philosopher who has been searching for truth, has finally recognized it in the person of Lord Buddha's unmitigated, absolute silence. The third concept I would like to reflect on, which we seek after and which is an essential ingredient of all religions, is peace. If you look back into all our worship, our monks and mystics, our priests and pastors, our gurus and rishis, they all seek the inner peace, and once they find it, they express this as the ultimate feeling of freedom. In every Hindu prayer, it ends with the singing of Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, a reconciliation that we seek primarily within ourselves, with others, with the whole of created reality, and ultimately, I believe, with God. The last gift that Jesus gave to his disciples after his death and resurrection is when he came into the closed room where they were frightened and were gathering together that they might be going through the same destiny as their master did. And Jesus breaks into it and tells them, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world gives." The world gave peace in terms of a complete stoppage of war at the time, even when Jesus was crucified. But the peace that he gave, he said, "I bring it from my Father that fills you." And peace was a common cliche used by Judaism in every greeting, shalom, as they see each other at any time of the day or evening. They would always greet with the word shalom, which means the fullness of perfection, fullness of goodness, the fullness of freedom in all its richness and beauty may stay with you. The word shalom cannot be easily translated, and so we have the word peace instead. In Islam, shalom alaikum, a surrender to the Lord, at the same time a wish of peace to each other. And if you go on applying it, it's in every religion. Peace is part and parcel of our celebrations, of our worship, of our proclamation, of our celebration. But it should not stay there. Peace is a personal experience, as Gandhi himself said in his autobiography. Peace is not a theory. Peace is not an intellectual concept or a philosophical idea to be explored. Peace is not something that is brought from outside. Peace within ourselves, peace with the whole of creation, and peace with God are not three different things. It's one and the same reality. It is the underlying concept, the very foundation almost of all religions, if you look deeply into it. It is when a person felt, experienced, touched the reality of peace that a person or a collective community launch a religion into existence. A religion comes into birth as a result of somewhere, someone deeply, truly, fully experienced what peace is, and therefore through peace touched the center of truth. Let us, as we come together to reflect on building bridges of humanity, let us realize that this harmony within all human persons should exude into the entirety of creation, and that is made possible only when we commit ourselves primarily to seek peace in our hearts, bring it as an experience with the rest of creation, and therefore believe that these two will inevitably link us with the ultimate reality, with the supreme reality, who is God Himself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chandrakantan, for your valuable insight and inspiring speech. Our next speaker, it is my honor to introduce Mr. Rakesh Goenka, respected chairperson of the Hindu Sabha Mandir. Mr. Goenka is committed to the mission of preserving, protecting, and promoting Hindu Dharma, civilization, and culture for future generations. A Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal recipient, he is currently the president of the Miri Foundation and has a rich history of leadership, including roles as the president of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rakesh Goenka.
Shri Sadguru Udayji, distinguished panelist on the stage with me, Namdhari Sikh Sangat, fellow devotees, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to be invited to join this Interfaith Insight Building Bridges of Humanity conference or seminar, which is first time held in Canada. I'm also told in an earlier video that it has been held in a number of other countries, including Dubai, Australia, and others. I will share some Hindu Sabha's role in building bridges of humanity. This is building on thought that my predecessor speaker spoke about, peace and truth. So in building these bridges of humanity at Hindu Sabha, we believe in basic tenets of Dharma, which is foundation of Hindu religion. First is Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one family. Second is Ahimsa Paramo Dharma, that is non-violence is the highest form of duty. Third is Atiti Devo Bhav, any guest is akin to God that comes to you and you service them. Lastly, Satyamev Jayate, the truth will only prevail that my predecessor spoke about. At Hindu Sabha, in our efforts to build bridges of humanity, we have a congregation of about 25,000 plus people, which is a microcosm of Hinduism across the world, representing roughly 55 countries and 23 languages, which is a mosaic of Canada. Earlier speaker also spoke about that Canada is a multicultural country, first country in the world, and we are very fortunate to live in this country where diverse religion, cultural ethos, and philosophies are accepted. It's a classic example of bridges of humanity that already exist, but we need to continue to build on them. Hindu Sabha, in order to promote this concept, holds daily prayers morning and evening, distributes prasad or priti bhojan or langar, as some will call, at no charge. It is available to anybody without caste, creed, religion, as long as they accept the basic respect for Hinduism. They are most welcome to come to the temple. Weekly, we have satsangs on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And yearly, there are festivals that welcome people from any religion, any caste, any color. They span from New Year Eve, Lodi, Shivratri, Holi, Ramayan, Picnic, Canada Day, Independence Day, Janmashtami, Navratri, Dussehra, Karwa Chauth, and Diwali, to name a few. The services we offer address needs of seniors, women, so we have a special women's empowerment group, youth, we have a youth volunteer group, new immigrants and international students are service, and of course children, we have a Bal Bhavan, Bal Vikas, or a Hindi school. So these are all efforts that are put in by volunteers to promote the theme of this conference, or of building bridges to humanity. With this, I'll take a break, and thank you very much for giving me this time.
Thank you for your great words. It's now my pleasure to welcome our next guest, the respected Venerable Monk Janda from the Mahamevnawa Buddhist Monastery. The Venerable Monk teaches all the Buddha's teachings, meditation, and mindfulness to all ages. Under the guidance of the Venerable Kirti Bathgoda Yanananda Thero, with over 1,000 students and numerous branches, the Venerable Monk also serves the We Care For You charity, organizing various community events and services and fundraising campaigns. Please join us in welcoming the Venerable Monk.
Namo Buddhaya. I pay homage to the Blessed One, fully enlightened Buddha. I pay homage to my teacher and Venerable Satguru Uday Singh Ji, and all the venerable priests and teachers from different faiths, and all the government officers and members of the Namdhari Sikh Sangat organization, dear mothers, fathers, and dear friends, sons and daughters. I happily extend my gratitude for the Namdhari Sikh organization for inviting us to join this conference about bridges to interfaith harmony. Today, if you look at the sky tonight, you see the full moon. We call it Asala full moon Uposatha day. On a day exact like today, 2600 years ago, Buddha to be Prince Siddhartha renounced the palace at the age of 29. He was a prince in the royal palace his father was the king, and he had all the luxuries in life, all the material pleasures. But when he realized the sufferings in this world, the old age, sickness, death, separation from loved ones, conflicts, fighting, anger, hatred, when these negativities steal our peace, we need to find lasting peace, true happiness. That's what he thought living in the palace. He finally realized, even before he attained enlightenment, that material pleasures, wealth, power, fame do not guarantee lasting happiness. He realized there are amazing wholesome qualities inside this mind that we all can use regardless of the faith we believe in, regardless of the language we speak, regardless of race, caste, or gender. We can all use these amazing wholesome qualities inside the mind, such as mindfulness, wisdom, compassion, loving kindness, and realization of the enlightenment. We can use these amazing qualities to achieve the true happiness, inner peace, for ourselves and also for everybody around us, everybody in this world. With that goal, that night, 2,600 years ago, he left the palace. He went into the Himalayan forest, seeking for the true path. And for the first time, he came across this beautiful path called the Noble Eightfold Path, and realized the truth of life, which is the Four Noble Truths. At the age of 35, he became the fully enlightened Buddha as Sakyamuni Gautama Buddha. One day he was questioned, what is the sweetest taste in the world? Kinsu have sadhu tarang rasana. The enlightened one answered, Satchang have sadhu tarang rasana. The truth is the sweetest taste in the world. But what is this truth? If it is that sweet, shouldn't that bring true happiness to our life? Shouldn't that bring true happiness to others' lives? What is this truth? And Buddha later taught the truth, walking across India to thousands and thousands of people, and now that truth is spreading all around the world. It is the Four Noble Truths. The noble truth of suffering, which is common to all beings in this world. The noble truth of the cause of suffering. The noble truth of the end of suffering, which is nirvana or nibbana. The noble truth of the path leading to the end of suffering, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. So by following the Noble Eightfold Path, we can attain this truth. but this truth to be attained by cleansing the mind. Because there are so many negativities in our mind, and you can clearly understand, as our other speakers already explained, how these negative qualities have destroyed the harmony, the peace among same human beings. So that is why the enlightened one realized very clearly this mind should be purified. Each and every one of us should take this responsibility if we like our own peace and if we like to spread the peace to our loved ones, our friends, everybody around us, and to everybody in this world. But to do that, we need to recognize what these defilements are and how they arise and how they create suffering. Also, we need to understand how to eradicate them and how to achieve purification of mind. One day Buddha taught, all actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows one like the wagon wheel that follows the foot of the ox. So it is the impure mind that creates problems in the world. It's not an external problem. That is a core thing realized by the enlightened one. Buddha continued to teach, all actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows one like one's never departing shadow. So the solution is a pure mind. And Buddha taught, hatred never ends through hatred. By non-hatred alone, or by loving kindness, compassion, does it end. This is an eternal law in this world. The people who quarrel do not realize that one day, through these quarrels, they will die. But those who do realize this truth, settle their quarrels. Dear friends, Buddha advised us, give up anger, give up conceit, and overcome all bonds of existence. There is no suffering for an enlightened one who does not cling to mentality and materiality. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer wickedness with goodness. Conquer stinginess with giving. And conquer a liar with truth. Speak the truth. Do not get angry. And when asked, give even if you have only a little. By these three actions, one can reach the presence of the gods. So, Buddha taught the path to Brahma world. Buddha taught the path to heaven. Buddha taught the path to the human world. And Buddha taught the path to the ending of this cycle of rebirth, nirvana. So, it is open to anybody. People can use Buddha's teachings and achieve inner peace and share that peace with everybody around him or her. So with that intention, as the monks, Buddhist monks in the Buddha Meditation Center of Greater Toronto in Markham, we conduct mindfulness classes, meditation programs, and anger management programs, stress management programs, counseling for, we have programs for kids, youth, adults, in different languages, and we try to share this message of compassion, loving kindness, mindfulness, and wisdom taught by the Buddha to the world. So we invite all of you to use these teachings of the Buddha, and there are no barriers. Anybody can practice loving kindness meditation, anybody can practice breathing meditation and transform the mind, fill the mind with wholesome qualities, positive qualities, and enjoy the happiness, enjoy the lasting happiness through peace inside. So if our mind is pure, our actions will be wholesome and beneficial for ourselves and others in the world. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to think about the purification of mind, purification of our own mind, and find the true happiness for ourselves and for others. So again, I thank especially the members, the organizations of this conference, the members of the Namdhari Sikhs, and I'm very grateful for giving me the opportunity to share the teachings of the Buddha with all of you.
Thank you, Monk Jivananda. We appreciate your time and valuable insights on Buddha and his teachings. Our next guest, I would like to welcome representative of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, abbreviated to ISKCON, Shri Vallabh Haridas. ISKCON is a worldwide spiritual organization dedicated to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and the practice of Bhakti Yoga. It was founded in 1966 by His Divine Grace, Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The organization has temples, communities, and centers around the world, bringing together millions of devotees and the followers to worship and serve Lord Krishna. Please welcome Shri Vallabh Haridas.
Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Yadwinder Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Honorable Sadguru Shri Uday Singh Ji, the dignitaries from all the different faith groups, and all the ladies and gentlemen who are present here, who are on the path of self-realization. Arjun Kumar Ji, who's here from the government, every one of you, I would want you to accept my warm greetings. Today we are here and we are discussing on how to build the bridges of humanity. But how can we actually bridge or talk about humanity if we see American, Indian, Canadian, Russian, Ukrainian, Chinese, Japanese? If we see black, white, brown, if we see rich, poor, perhaps we're just looking at the body and we are ignoring the foremost principle of spirituality, that we are not the body, we are spirit, soul. 5,000 years ago, on the most fratricidal war set mankind has ever seen, the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna explained to his dearmost devotee the same principle. He said, Dehino asmin yatha dehe komaram yovanam zara tatha dehantir praptir dhirasya tatra namohyati, which says, we see from childhood to adulthood to growing, and then as old age, the body constantly keeps changing. We have seen that in our own lives. We have seen when we were in the laps of our mother. We have seen when we were a high schooler. We've also seen when we got married or accepted the monk life, and old age, perhaps when we'll be walking with the cane. Scientifically also, the cells are constantly changing. The body is changing. But what is constant is the spirit soul. And an intelligent person is not bewildered by seeing the transmigration of the spirit soul from one body to the other body. Whenever we see people around, we attribute to their caste, color, and creed. That is something on a bodily concept. But if we come to the platform and see everyone equally as spirit souls, as part and parcel of God, then we will be able to take the first step of bridging towards humanity. When I say that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul and part and parcel of the Supreme. The complete whole or the Supreme is known by many names. One would call it Krishna, Allah, Yehi, or perhaps Supreme, or the many names that we can call. All these different names refer to that one divine source from whom everything emanates. The whole of existence is like a tree. And when we give water to the roots of the tree, we actually nourish the branch, the leaves, flower, and everything. So similarly, when we water the roots of the tree by sacrifice, by yajna, the act of giving up something really valuable to someone important or worthy, that's the time when we actually go ahead and give something. Because we have received multitudes of gifts from one source, from our source. So we must reciprocate in gratitude by giving something back. By giving, we grow. I repeat, by giving, we grow. And even in Bhagavad Gita, the same thing is mentioned, which is the peace formula that says, Bhokta Ram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhrudram Sarva Bhutani Gyatva Mam Shanti Mritchati. The similar concept is explained. Ladies and gentlemen, what I mentioned right now, or what we heard right now from a few dignitaries and forthcoming dignitaries here, I am sure you have heard all of this before, in some form or the other, or read it in your scriptures, beliefs, or philosophy. Now is the time to go beyond just our place of worship, to go beyond our congregation members and the people we know. To take this message to everywhere. ISKCON has about 600 temples and more than 5,000 preaching centers, and everywhere we have been telling the same thing. We recognize the inherent spirituality of all living beings and their individual relationship with God. No individual or no organization has a monopoly on the Lord. We allow members of different faith groups to define themselves in their own cultures, in their own contexts and language. As we open ourselves to the dialogue, just like we had today, and I'm thankful to Namdhari Sikh Society to organize that, we open ourselves to God. God is free to enter into loving exchanges, loving relationships with whomsoever he wishes. And on that note, we humbly, all of us collectively, individually, we humbly seek your cooperation and blessings so that we can bring religious harmony, world peace by building the bridges of humanity. In the beginning, we saw the musicians out here. I don't remember everyone's name, but it was Parag, it was Pankaj, and then we had Joseph, Andrew, Hardayalji, and Hiyad, I guess, Jihad. So all of them came together and they produced a beautiful musical composition. Similarly, all of us have to get together and take this message to everyone. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
we thank Shri Vallabh Haridas Ji on their insights on life, equality, and building bridges for humanity. With us today, we have the Honorable Sant Yadwinder Singh Ji from the Nirmala Mahamandal. The Nirmala Mahamandal hails from the grace of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, who sent their devotees to Kashi to study Sanskrit and the Vedas. Following the Sikh teaching, Sant Ji has devoted their life to the acquisition of knowledge. Let us welcome Sant Yadwinder Singh Ji.
कबीर रोड़ा होए रो बाट का तज मन का विमान ऐसा कोई दास होए ताहे मिले भगवान कबीर रोड़ा हुआ तो क्या भया पंथी को दुख दे ऐसा तेरा दास है ज्यों धरनी में खे कबीर खे हुई तो क्या भया जाओ उड़ लागे अंग हर जन ऐसा चाहिए ज्यों पानी सुरभंग कबीर पानी हुआ तो क्या भया सीरा ताता होए हर जन ऐसा चाहिए जैसा हर ही होए हर जन ऐसा चाहिए जैसा हर ही होए गुरु रूप साध संगत जी सारे रसना पवित्र करो ਤੇ ਗੱਜ ਵੱਜ ਕੇ ਆਖੋ ਜੀ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਵਡਭਾਗੇ ਹੋ ਜੋ ਇਸ ਮਹਾਨ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਕ ਯਾਦਗਾਰੀ ਪਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਖੀ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਉਦੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਬਾਲਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ राम सिंह जी महाराज श्री सतगुरु हरि सिंह जी महाराज श्री सतगुरु प्रताप सिंह जी महाराज श्री सतगुरु जगजीत सिंह जी महाराज श्री सतगुरु उदय सिंह साहिब जी महाराज ये अज तो नहीं है गुरु नानक साहब तो लैके हुण तक ये महान उपराले समाज नूं जोड़न दे चलते ही आ रहे हैं और अज तक चलते हैं तो अगे भी चलते रहणगे कल मैं सत्कारयोग ज्ञानी गुरलाल सिंह जी होरां दी स्पीच सुनी ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਰੱਖੇ ਇਹ ਇਕੱਲੀ ਨਾਮਧਾਰੀ ਪੰਥ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮੁੱਚੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਆ ਕਿ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਹਨ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵੇਦ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਪੁਰਾਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੋੜਨ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਜੋੜਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਚਾਰਾਂ ਵੇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1 ਲੱਖ ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਹੈ 80,000 ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮਨੁੱਖਾ ਜੀਵਨ 'ਚ ਪਾਪ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ 16,000 ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਆਤਮ ਚਿੰਤਨ ਦਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ 4,000 ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਪਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਕਰੋ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਐਸਾ ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਯਾਹੀ ਕਾਜ ਧਰਾ ਹਮ ਜਨਮੰ ਸਮਝ ਲਿਹੋ ਸਾਧੂ ਮਨਮੰ ਧਰਮ ਚਲਾਵਨ ਸੰਤ ਉਭਾਰਨ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਸਬਨ ਕੋ ਮੂਲ ਉਪਾਰਨ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੀਤਾ 'ਚ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਯਦਾ ਯਦਾ ਹੀ ਧਰਮਸਯ ਗਲਾਨਿਰਭਵਤੀ ਭਾਰਤ ਤਭਿਓ ਧਾਮਸ ਧਰਮਸਯ ਤਦਾਤਮਾਨੰ ਸਿਰਜਾਮਹਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੰਸਾਰ 'ਤੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਸਮੁੱਚੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਜੋੜਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੈ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਸੀ ਇਤਫਾਕ ਅਤੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਬੇਇਤਫਾਕੀ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਕੌਮ ਮੁਲਕ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਸੁਖ ਵਰਤਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਸਮੁੱਚੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਉਪਰਾਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਸਲਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਵਾਮੀ ਨਾਰਾਇਣ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਬੌਧਿਸਟ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਹਰੀ ਨਾਰਾਇਣ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤਾਂ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਸਮਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਜੋੜਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਭਾਗ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਬਨਾਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਪੰਡਿਤ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦਾ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਹਾਂ। ਅਕਸਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਵਿੱਦਿਆ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਨ, ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੁਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਸਨ। ਔਰ ਇਹ ਉਹ ਮਹਾਨ ਗੱਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਗਾਉਣਾ, ਵਜਾਉਣਾ, ਬੋਲਣਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੁਭਾਗ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਨ। ਮੈਂ ਲੰਬਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਸੰਤ ਬਾਬਾ ਸੁੱਚਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਜਵੱਦੀ ਟਕਸਾਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਕੋਲ, ਸੰਤ ਬਾਬਾ ਵਰਿਆਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਰਤਵਾੜਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਗ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਮਹਾਨ ਸੰਗੀ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਔਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਅਦਬ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਸੰਪਰਦਾਵਾਂ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਹਨ, ਉਦਾਸੀਨ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ, ਨਿਰਮਲ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ, ਸੇਵਾ ਪੰਥੀ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਔਰ ਨਿਹੰਗ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਵੱਖੋ ਵੱਖ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਚੱਲਣਾ। ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਸਪੀਚ ਸੁਣ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਇੰਦਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗੋਗੋਵਾਣੇ ਜੀ ਦੀ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਪੱਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਖਤ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਨਾ ਇਕੱਲੀਆਂ ਟਾਹਣੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਨਾ ਇਕੱਲੀਆਂ ਜੜ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਦਰਖਤ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਜਿਤਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਸੰਪਰਦਾਵਾਂ ਹਨ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ। ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਭਾਗ ਹਨ। ਮੈਂ 2018 ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸੂਬਾ ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਚੱਲ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਸੁਪਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਦੋ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਕਹਾਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੁਭਾਗ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ। ਨਿਰਮਲ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ ਹਨ। ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਏ ਸਨ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਸੰਪਰਦਾ ਤੋਂ, ਸੰਤ ਦਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ। ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਾਪ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਵਾਓ। ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਸਟ 'ਤੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮਾਣ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਾਣ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਉਹੀ ਹੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮਾਣ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸੋ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਣੀ ਬਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਚਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਨਾਮਧਾਰੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਜੋਕੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ, ਮਾੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ, ਮਾੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਤੋਂ, ਵਿਕਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਚਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਦਾ ਪੈਰ ਕੇਲੇ ਦੀ ਛਿੱਲੜ 'ਤੇ ਹੈ। ਅਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਮਾਹੀ ਦੀ ਔਖੀ ਘਾਟੀ, ਸੰਭਲ ਸੰਭਲ ਪਗ ਧਰਨਾ ਨਾਲੇ ਡਰਨਾ। ਇਸ ਰਸਤੇ 'ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਉਤਮਾਰਗ ਪੈਰ ਧਰੀਜੈ, ਸਿਰ ਦੀਜੈ ਕਾਣ ਨਾ ਕੀਜੈ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਮਾਰਗ 'ਤੇ ਪੈਰ ਧਰਿਆ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਬਣਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ, ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਮੁੱਚੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ। ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਹਵਾ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੈ, ਪਾਣੀ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਿਆਸ ਬੁਝਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਦਰਖਤ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਛਾਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਿੱਖੀ ਵੀ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਮੁੱਚੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਾਵੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਦ ਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ, ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਮੁੱਚੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਲਾਈਏ। ਹਾਲਾਤ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਇਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਹਨ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਦੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਤੀ। ਸਮੁੱਚੇ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੇਤੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ। ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ। ਪਰ ਅਜੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਐਸੀਆਂ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹਨ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਮੁੱਚੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹ ਨਾਮਧਾਰੀ ਪੰਥ, ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸਟੇਜ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਸਮੁੱਚੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਾਵੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਣਾ। ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਹੈ। ਕੋਈ ਆਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਮਤ ਦਾ ਆਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਆਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਕੌਮ ਦਾ ਆਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਦਾ ਆਵੇ, ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਸਲ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਨਾਮਧਾਰੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੀਬ ਨਿਵਾਸ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਮਾਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਣ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ, ਅਤੇ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸੂਬਾ ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਚੱਲ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਭਾਗ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਦਾ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ।
Thank you, Shri Yadwinder Singh Ji, for sharing your valuable thoughts and knowledge. Just like Sant Ji mentioned, like leaf is not a tree, branch is not a tree, root is not a tree. It's everything together that makes us a tree. And that aligns with the mission of this conference today. Our next guest, a graduate of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Institute of Theology in Pakistan, serving the community for 35 years as an imam and missionary. He has served across the country promoting interfaith dialogue with the message for love for all, hatred for none. Please join me in welcoming Imam Nasir Mahmud.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May peace be with you all. His Holiness Shri Satguru Uday Singh Ji and all distinguished guests and Guru Ji ke chele. We are talking about humanity and how we can establish humanity and peace and love and affection in our societies. You know, 1896, the founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, he attended and established one gathering, and in that gathering was related to interfaith dialogue. And from that day, the community, Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, we try our best to establish peace and harmony in the society everywhere in the world. In 1908, which is the last year of the life of our founder Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, India, he wrote one book. The name of that book was The Message of Peace. And he mentioned certain things in that book, points. But 2 points I want to mention for this gathering. And these are the 2 points. Through establishing in the society, we can have real peace and harmony in our societies. The first point he mentioned, that in different parts of the world, different reformers and prophets came. And we should believe that all these reformers and prophets came from God, and we should respect them. And when we will believe that all these reformers who came in different parts of the world, they gave the teachings of love and affection to the communities, to their people. So obviously, through this way, we will have bond with other people also. When we will believe that whatever prophet in different parts, Prophet Moses or Jesus or Krishna or Buddha, different prophets who came in different parts of the world, they were from God Almighty. And this is the way we can establish peace and harmony in our society. The founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community, he mentioned himself also that this is a most attractive and peace-giving principle which provides the basis for reconciliation amongst nations and promotes better moral conduct. This principle teaches us to believe in the truth of all prophets wherever they might have appeared, in India, Persia, or China, or any other country, and for whom God has filled the hearts of millions of people
with awe and deep respect and has caused their religions to be firmly rooted. ये असूल नहायत प्यारा और अमन बख्श और सुलोकारी की बुनियाद डालने वाला और अखलाकी हालतों को मदद देने वाला है कि हम उन तमाम नबियों को सच्चा समझ लें जो दुनिया में आए, खा हिंद में ज़ाहिर हुए या फ़ारस में या चीन में या किसी और मुल्क में, और खुदा ने करोड़ हा दिलों में उनकी इज़्ज़त और अज़मत बिठा दी और उनके मज़हब की जड़ कायम कर दी. Second point mentioned by the founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community in his this book, the message of peace, that all the prophets or reformers who came in different parts of the world, we should give them respect always. You know, if I will give respect to Prophet Moses or Prophet Jesus or all prophets who came in the world, or different reformers of different denominations, then I will have a bond with them on the basis of love and affection. इस ज़िमन में बानी अहमदिया मुस्लिम जमात फरमाते हैं, ए अजीज़ो, कदीम तजर्बा और बार बार की आजमाइश ने इस अमर को साबित कर दिया है कि मुख्तलिफ कौमों के नबियों और रसूलों को तौहीन से याद करना और उनको गालियां देना एक ऐसी जहर है कि न सिर्फ अंजामकार जिस्म को हलाक करती है बल्कि रूह को भी हलाक कर देती है और दीन और दुनिया दोनों को तबाह कर देती है. वो मुल्क आराम से ज़िंदगी बसर नहीं कर सकता जिसके बाशिंदे एक दूसरे के रहबर दीन की ऐब शुमारी और इजाला हैसियत उर्फ़ी में मशगूल हूँ. और उन कौमों में हरगिज़ सच्चा इत्तफाक नहीं हो सकता जिनमें से एक कौम या दोनों एक दूसरे के नबी या रशी और अवतार को बदी या बदजुबानी के साथ याद करते रहते हों. अपने नबी या पेशवा की हद तक सुनकर किसको जोश नहीं आता? So this is a very beautiful golden rule told by our founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community, that always we should have love and respect for every prophet or reformer who came in different parts of the world. You know, the humanity, what the founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community, he taught us, our community, and we convey this message to everyone. And this is the message. Basically, he says, the principle to which we adhere is that we have kindness at heart for the whole of mankind. If anyone sees the house of a Hindu neighbor on fire and does not come forward to help extinguish the fire, most truly I declare that he does not belong to me. If any one of my followers, having seen someone attempting to murder a Christian, does not endeavor to save him, I most truly declare that he does not belong to us. He says, I proclaim to all Muslims, Christians, Hindus, and Aryas that I have no enemy in the world. I love mankind with the love that a compassionate mother has for her children. Even more so, I am only the enemy of the false doctrines which kill truth. Human sympathy is my duty. My principle is discard falsehood. I reject paganism, wrongdoing, misconduct, injustice, and immorality. बानी अहमदिया मुस्लिम जमात फरमाते हैं, मैं तमाम मुसलमानों और ईसाइयों और हिंदुओं और आर्यों पर यह बात जाहिर करता हूँ कि दुनिया में कोई मेरा दुश्मन नहीं. मैं बनी नौ इंसान से ऐसी मोहब्बत करता हूँ जैसी वालदा मेहरबान अपने बच्चों से, बल्कि उससे बढ़कर. मैं सिर्फ उन बातिल अकायद का दुश्मन हूँ जिनसे सच्चाई का खून होता है। इंसान की हमदर्दी मेरा फ़र्ज़ है और झूठ और शिर्क और जुल्म और हर एक बदअमली और नाइंसाफ़ी और बदअखलाक़ी से बेजारी मेरा असूल। At the end, I want to say a few words what the founder of Ahmadiyya Muslim community mentioned about Babaji Guru Nanak Sahib. He says, और मैं सिख साहिबों से इस बात में इत्तेफाक रखता हूँ कि बाबा साहेब दर हकीकत खुदा ताला के मकबूल बंदों में से थे और उनमें से थे जिन पर इलाही बरकतें नाज़िल होती हैं और जो खुदा ताला के हाथ से साफ किए जाते हैं। और मैं उन लोगों को शरीर और कमीना तबा समझता हूँ कि ऐसे बाबरकत लोगों को तौहीन और नापाकी के अल्फाज के साथ याद करें। हाँ, मैंने तहकीक के बाद वो पाक मज़हब जिससे सच्चे खुदा का पता लगता है और जो तौहीद के बयान में कानून कुदरत का हम ज़ुबान है, इस्लाम ही को पाया है। सो मैं खुश हूँ कि जिस दौलत और साफ़ रोशनी को मुझे दिया गया, मुझसे पहले खुदा ताला के फ़ज़ल और अनायत ने बाबा साहिब को भी वही दौलत दी। सो ये एक सच्चाई है जिसको मैं छुपा नहीं सकता और मैं अपना और बाबा साहिब का इसमें फ़ख्र समझता हूँ कि ये पाक तौहीद खुदा के फजल ने हमें दी। मुझे एक शेर याद आ रहा है, हमारे एक शायर हैं, उन्होंने लिखा है, ख्याल अपना, मिजाज अपना, पसंद अपनी, कमाल क्या है। ख्याल अपना, मिजाज अपना, पसंद अपनी, कमाल क्या है। जो यार चाहे वो हाल अपना बना के रखना, कमाल ये है। हम में से हर एक का कोई ना कोई गुरु है, हम में से हर एक का कोई ना कोई लीडर है, कोई राहबर है, कोई हदायत देने वाला है। जो लीडर वो हदायत देता है, अगर उसके मानने वाले उस हदायत के ऊपर पूरी तरह से अमल करें तो यही वो ज़रिया है जिससे हम अमन और शांति और प्यार और मोहब्बत अपनी सोसाइटी में कायम कर सकते हैं, अपने मुल्कों में कायम कर सकते हैं और सारी दुनिया में कायम कर सकते हैं। बस ये वो जो अल्फाज हैं, जो यार चाहे वो हाल अपना बना के रखना, कमाल ये है। यही वो कमाल है जिससे हम सही रंग में प्यार और मोहब्बत और अखुवत और हमदर्दी एक दूसरे के साथ पैदा कर सकते हैं। May Allah Ta'ala help us to keep in mind these ways and means, and these are the things if we will adopt, we will have create that peace and harmony which everyone likes. May Allah Ta'ala bless you and thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Imam Bhaji, for sharing your insights on filling one's heart with respect for all others and their leaders, establishing interfaith unity, dialogue, and better moral conduct. We are graced today by the Honorable Puja Gagar Swami G of the BAPS Swami Narayan Sanstha, a devotee of Bhagwan Swami Narayan Ji and a disciple of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj Ji. He holds a Bachelor of Commerce and has meticulously studied Vedic Sanskrit and Sugam Sangeet. Initiated as Swamiji in 2000, he led BAPS youth activities in North America and is currently the head Swami of the BAPS Sanstha in Canada. An inspiring leader and motivational speaker, he champions numerous humanitarian causes. Please join me in welcoming Puja Gagar Swami G.
स्वामिनारायण साक्षात् अक्षर पुरुषोत्तम सर्वेभ्यः परमां शान्तिम् आनन्दं सुखमर्पयेत्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In the divine presence of Bhagavan Swaminarayan and in the equally divine presence of my Guruji, Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj, in the most revered presence of Pujya Sadguru Uday Singh Ji Maharaj, and most importantly, all the spiritual leaders and the leaders of various community organizations and distinguished guests, thank you for your presence here this afternoon. Namaskar. I would first like to thank the Namdhari Sikh Sangat for your warm invitation to this event today. BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha and Namdhari Sikh community have had a very close and long-standing relationship for over more than 40 years. Since 1982, when Yadwinder Singh Ji and his family from London, they came into contact with our Guruji Pramukh Swami Maharaj. That's how the connection started. And for the first time, Shri Sadguru Jagdish Singh Ji in 1997, he came for darshan of Pramukh Swami Ji in the Swaminarayan temple in Neasden, London. And when he came, he affectionately said that I have come to my own mandir. And that's how the connection had built. And even in the year 2000, when Sadguru Jagdish Singh Ji came here in Toronto, he visited our temple in Toronto, which is not the one where we have the temple now, but the place preceding the present mandir. He visited that temple and he met with Pramukh Swami Ji as well. Today, Namdhari Sangat shares a similar close relationship with Mahant Swami Ji as well. I remember Uday Singh Ji going to UAE for the opening of the BAPS Swaminarayan Hindu Mandir, the first of its kind in the land of UAE, the land given by the rulers of UAE. And at that time, they had the similar kind of interfaith harmony, this seminar, where Uday Singh Ji met Mahant Swami Ji, and many other leaders were there on the same place, and they discussed about the same topic over there. At that time, Mahant Swami Ji said, in our Gujarati language, that bahut pavitra, bahut premal, very loving and very pious and seva bhavi sanstha hai ye, Namdhari Sikh Sanstha, ki very charitable organization. And when one meets the followers of this Sangat, the values of righteousness, dharma ka acharan, love and unity are evident in their lives. Therefore, I feel very humble today and fortunate to be here. Today, interfaith harmony is one common topic that has brought all of us together. The fact that everyone is present here, even though we belong to different faiths and have many other commitments, shows that deep in our hearts, we all have one common goal, interfaith harmony. Every religion, every culture, every community, each and every heart and each and every home, they believe in global harmony. Social, cultural, religious and spiritual diversity has been accepted in the Vedic Sanatan religion since ancient times. In the Vedas, it is said, Sangachadvam Samvadadvam Samvo Mayansi Janatam. And even Bhagwan Swaminarayan, in his teachings, he preached that we should all work together, respect each other, uplift society, and live a spiritual life without any regard for caste, creed, color, or ethnicity. Pramukh Swami Maharaj always puts great emphasis on this kind of global harmony. In the United Nations World Peace Summit, which was held in the year 2000 in New York, in the UN, he said, "Let every religion exist and flourish. No prominent religion should uproot or eradicate minor faiths, but allow them to serve the world in their small ways. We religious leaders should not dream of only one religion in the world, but dream of a world where all religions are one, united." As Vallabh Haridas ji said about believing into the soul, I am not the body, but I am soul. So believing into us being souls, not this body, and believing others to be that soul, and every soul is potentially divine, God resides into them. So when we see each other as equally, then only this harmony will happen. And that was Pramukh Swamiji's message, because his Guru Yogiji Maharaj always used to say this to him. And in the scriptures also Bhagavan Swaminarayan has written, and all the Vedas and the scriptures in the Hinduism, they say this. So we always talk about body, mind and soul. Soul being the superior, and in that soul resides Paramatma, the God. So when we see that way, then we will not see any color, creed, no such thing that he is big or small, and we will see them equally. He also believed that different kinds of flowers are there in the garden, and that's the beauty of the garden. They are not harmful to the garden, but enhances its beauty. Similarly, diversity in the world is the beauty of the world. So, Pramukh Swami, not only he just spoke about it, but throughout his life and his teachings, he exemplified all these things. I remember when there was a terrorist attack on Akshardham, Gandhinagar, there were many discussions going on, but when everyone asked Pramukh Swamiji, what next? He said, we pray to God that God gives that wisdom to the people who have done this, and they also should get Sadgati, means they should also get heaven. But we don't want to react in any manner where we lose the peace or where we create chaos in the community. And he definitely asked each and every devotee who were very much like that time, they all had in mind to do something, but he said, no, this is not what we have been taught. We want to behave accordingly as what God has mentioned in the scriptures. And it maintained peace. It maintained everything well. And this response of Pramukh Swami Maharaj is now also being discussed in many of the universities or everywhere as Akshardham response. That anywhere if something goes wrong like this, we should respond in this manner. The action should be peaceful. And once Pramukh Swamiji, he visited Israel in the year 1999 in the month of September. And over there, they took him to the Wailing Wall, where all the Jewish, they go and worship. They place the prayers written on a piece of paper, and they put it on the cracks in the wall, and they pray. So Swamiji didn't know what this is going on, so he asked one of the attending Swami that what are they doing? They say they are praying, and they are putting this prayers written on the paper. So he also had few flowers which were offered to God in the morning, he took them with him. So he also put one flower over there and he prayed. And he put another flower and he prayed again. And at that time, one of the Swamis asked that, Swamiji, what did you pray for? What did you do exactly? Swamiji said that I have prayed that whoever has placed their prayers here, God should answer that prayers and then resolve all the miseries they are going through. And then the other Swami asked that the second flower, what was that for? What did you pray for? He said, and now I prayed that whoever in the future will put their prayers, I am praying for them too, that God answers their prayers. So Pramukh Swamiji and Mahant Swamiji both have exemplified this thing in their life, and they teach us these things. And that's why we see that the land in Abu Dhabi was given by the rulers over there, the Muslim rulers. The Chinese architect company, the general contractor were Parsis. The head of the contractor or the supervisor was a Sikh. And there were Hindus, and everyone together built a Hindu mandir in the land of Muslims. So this was one of the examples of how the Gurus have exemplified this actual interfaith harmony, and that's what they are teaching us. If we all think, pray and act this way, becoming one and united will not take long. It is natural for every person to have boundless love for their religion. We should love our religion and imbibe its principles in our lives. But at the same time, we should also learn to respect the beliefs of other faiths, as Imam just said, that we should respect all the prophets. Today, Mahant Swamiji is making significant efforts to bring global harmony. That is why, in the last 2 years, he has gathered people from various communities around the world and personally wrote the motto, in the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, let's reach out to extend the circle of global harmony to convey a message of establishing unity in the world. On February 14th, 2024, he inaugurated the BAPS Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi, exemplifying interfaith harmony. Mahant Swami instructed the residing Swamis serving the temple to host Om Siyat on April the 2nd, 2024, a cultural evening to promote interfaith harmony during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. Over 200 leaders and the community members from diverse faiths and backgrounds attended this pioneering event, fostering a spirit of faith, friendship, unity, and reflection during the holy month. It is also reflected in the Satsang Diksha Granth. For those who don't know, Mahant Swamiji himself has written a Shastra, a scripture, with 315 such verses for the devotees. He says that may the whole world become a beautiful world, a world of unity, a world of love, a world without hatred, strife, envy for each other, blameless and perfectly virtuous. From the verses 299 to 306 or 7, these messages are conveyed. If just one conference can bring all of us and many faiths and leaders together today, imagine what wonders can be achieved if our thoughts and actions become one. This message would reach everybody, just as the heart beats and pumps blood to all the body organs, vital for that healthy body. All the leaders seated here today are their community's hearts. And if our hearts beat together for interfaith harmony, the message of peace, respect, and acceptance will reach all members of our various faiths. Our friends, family, and community members will have a healthier, peaceful and harmonious society. In conclusion, I would recite a prayer from the Isavasya Upanishad on world peace. It is called Shanti Path. Hari Om Madhyauh Shantirantarikshagu Shanti Prathivi Shantirapah Shantirokhadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shantirvishve Devaha Shantirbrahma Shanti Sarva Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This translates, O God, my Almighty, may there be peace in the heavens, may there be peace on the earth, may the waters be at rest, may herbs be wholesome, and may trees and plants bring peace to all. May there be peace in the universe and the Supreme Being. May there be peace among all and everywhere. May all things be source of peace to us. May there be peace to us and all beings. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your valuable thoughts and insight on the message of peace and global harmony. Next, it's my great honor and privilege to have a representative of Consular General of India, Mr. Arjun Kumar, in our conference today. I would like to welcome Mr. Arjun Kumar and request to share his views on today's conference.
His Holiness Sadhguru Uday Singh Ji, Imam Nasir Mahmud Bhatt Ji, Sadhguru Sadhu Gunsagar Das Swami Ji, Monk Bhante Jivanand Ji, Vallabh Haridas Ji, Sant Yadwinder Singh Ji, Professor Joseph Chandra Ji, Rakesh Goenka Ji. To begin, I would like to express good wishes from my Consul General, Sri Siddharth Nath Ji, to all the participants for the success of this noble gathering. The title, Seminar on Building Bridges of Humanity. I'm feeling so privileged to be here among such an august gathering and with the presence of learned and erudite gurus and spiritual leaders. Their thoughts and guidance have been a silver lining for all of us in such a chaotic human life and psychological conditions prevailing today. Building bridges for unity of all beings, irrespective of their comparative distinct appearance and faith, is such a noble effort, and it is an initiative of paramount importance due to the current misinformed situation prevalent currently. Sikh community's commitment and effort for peace, harmony, and coherent coexistence with others need not any kind of endorsement because it is so visible around us here and in any part of the world. Sri Sadhguru Ram Singh Ji and Namdhari Sangat have been torchbearer in promoting values of love, compassion, harmony. Very interesting and such a fascinating thing about Namdhari Sangat of Sikh faith has been to be always ready to adopt the new and positive changes as well as reforms. I personally see the Interfaith Insight, this kind of a seminar, as a similar kind of a initiative of Namdhari Sangat. It has given us such a unique opportunity through this seminar and open discussion to create bond and harmony among all faiths, which this Sangat has been doing for centuries. I'm so grateful to all participants and spiritual leaders present here for having recognized the need and also initiating this kind of a seminar. Once again, my best wishes to all of you that this initiative shall keep enlightening us, our lives, and will become a milestone in developing, building bridges of humanities. Thanks for giving me this opportunity and listening to me.
Thank you, Mr. Arjun Kumar, for joining us today and sharing the Consul General's thoughts on building bridges for unity. I will now welcome His Holiness Sagarji to bless us and give us closing remarks for today's conference.
Shri Arjun Kumar Ji, Sant Yadwinder Singh Ji from Nirmal Akhada, Swami Ji, the Buddhist monk, and Swami Ji from BAPS, with whom we have a very old relationship. Imam Sahib from Ahmadiyya, who come from the state of Punjab, and we share the same language. And Swami Ji from ISKCON, we hugely respect what you are doing towards the world peace. And Professor Joseph, Swami Ji from Hindu Mahasabha, we are honored to have all of you here. The deemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, Sadh Sangat Ji, it's our sacred duty to promote oneness, because we call ourselves Sikhs of Guru Nanak Dev Sache Patsha, and Guru Nanak Dev starts at Gurbani with Ik Onkar. And maybe, you know, for the people who have who come from the other communities, I can share with you the Guru Granth Sahib does not talk about any specific religion. So diversity is beautifully covered here. And it's famously known that Guru Nanak Dev Patsha was called Peer of Muslims and Guru of Hindus. You know, it's in the oneness which we can feel in any religion, we strive for happiness. The happiness starts from inside us. Our Guruji says in Gurbani, Par ka bura na rakho cheet, tumko dukh nahi pai meet. You know, if I explain that, if you don't keep any jealousy, any bad feelings for anyone, you will be never unhappy. So this is the way of a diversity, how it has been created. You know, when I was listening to the music here in the beginning, I was amazed by the diversity of instruments. Those instruments come from the different parts of the world. And those musicians also came from the different parts of India and also from the different parts of the world. And what was common with them is swar was common with them. One of our very well respected musicians, because for musicians, their music itself becomes God. if you realize God is everywhere, He is in everything, there is nothing without Him. This is the oneness what we have created. So I was talking about one of the very famous musicians, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan. He famously says, Swar is God. Similarly, once I was listening to Ustad Zakir Hussain, who was playing with Pandit Birju Maharaj, who was a famous exponent of Kathak dance, and they were sitting in an amphitheater, and the people who were sitting there, they had spread their legs when their feet were pointing towards the musicians. And Zakir Bhai said, you have a God, you have an idol in your home, and you never point your feet towards your God. So here my tabla is my God, my music is my God. So everybody took their feet back, curled their legs, and sat respectfully. So this is the beauty of diversity. So we were talking about Swar. There could be a different musicians who come from the different parts of the world. There could be a Western music, and there are many types of music even within India, and even within the West there are different types of music. What binds us together is one Swar. So we all try to stay within that. So similarly, famously, I would like to share some of the quotes from our Satguru Jagjit Singh Ji. Satguru Ji used to say, when you play sports, when you're playing a football, when you're playing a cricket, are you not just a sportsman? Are you a Hindu, a Muslim, or a Parsi? You're just a sportsman. So similarly here, we are all the seekers, we are all the human beings, and we are seeking happiness. Going forward, we listen to Asa Diwar every day. There is a Asa Diwar. So Guruji says to the Creator, "Tu har tera sabko, sab tudh upaye," means you are the one who has created everyone. So He is the one Creator, and we go further. Where is the Creator? He is within every one of us. So that is the realization which we seek. When we start seeking that realization, even when we start going on this path, then our jealousy and hatred starts melting. Guruji says, "Bisar gai sab tat parai, jab te sadh sangat mohe pai, nako beri, nahe bagana, sagal sang hamko ban ai." I have lost all the envy, I have lost all the jealousy in the river of harmony, in the company of saints. Now there is no enemy, now there is no stranger, I am happy with everyone. So this is a message which is for every religion. Where is the difference? I don't think any religion or anyone will disagree with these messages. What we should carry, this will create a peace, this will create a sense of purpose and harmony and respect and tolerance for others is the purpose for each and every one of religion, which takes us to happiness. In the Christianity, I think they famously says, love your neighbor the way you would like to be loved. So it's again a similar message where Nako Beri, Nahe Bagana. On the same point, Satguru Jagjit Singh Ji says, to end the conflicts, give up your right to protect others' rights. It's a very simple words, but these can lead to a harmony. We can have different rituals, and that's what we enjoy also. Instead of being judgmental on different rituals, we can be curious to learn what others do. We can be curious to know what other spiritual shastras and granths see. We can discuss about that, but underlying message is same. Underlying dharma is same. The dharma is of truthness. Dharma is of oneness. Dharma is tolerance. And then dharma in 6, it's famously serving others. And while serving others, and not without any ego. While we serve others, if we serve with the ego, I am doing, as long as we are not finishing that I, then oneness is difficult. So we are doing it with, Lord, you have given me the strength to serve others, I am thankful to you. So if we are doing, I am not the one doer, neither I am the cause, you are the doer and you are the cause. So that's how we do serve. And when we do the serve, it brings humility. In my opinion, humility is the beginning of all the religion. Humility is the one which can bring us together. Ego is the cause of separation. In Guru Sahib says in his Gurbani, Suno Saheri, Milan baat kaho, Sagla ahang tyago, karhi lalan pao. Means, get rid of your ego. I will tell you how you can meet God, how you can realize God. Get rid of your entire ego and you will get it inside you. You do not have to go anywhere. You do not have to go for search of God in any forest. You'll find it within yourself. So basically, start of any religion should be humility. We can be curious to know other rituals. I think if God could have created everybody very similar, this is his way of creating a diversity which we can enjoy. So we have to see the underlying oneness. We have to appreciate this diversity which is created by our dear Lord. You know, similarly, probably I'm just telling the people who are from the other faiths, the Guru Granth Sahib has the verses or the discourses, whatever you want to call it, from the different faiths. It is from the Muslim saints, it's from the Hindu saints, and from the different parts of the India and Pakistan. At that time, wherever Guru Nanak Patsha traveled, it could be from the Pakpatnam in Pakistan and from Baba Farid Ji, and it is also from Shri Kabir Ji from Varanasi, Shri Namdev Ji, who was a Maharashtrian. So all of those saints have given, interestingly, one message. And one of our Sant Ji, Sant Yadwinder Ji from Nirmala Akhada, they have studied the Vedas. And I have not studied Vedas, but I'm very curious. I keep on asking one of our other gentlemen who has studied Vedas, what difference you find in Gurbani? He says none. He says, actually, I'm surprised because our Guru Sahib never studied Vedas. But what is the reason? Truth never changes. There could be other things, the material things which will change, but truth will be always same even on 1,000 years till this world remains, because truth is our Lord and that is the only one which is going to remain for everyone. So similarly, we see what our Guru Sahib says. There is a couplet from Baba Farid Ji, who was a Muslim Sufi saint from Pakistan. He says, "Ek fikka na galaye, sabna mein sacha tani, hyao na kahi thahe, manik sab amolve." Do not speak harsh words, since true Lord abides in all. Do not break anyone's heart, these are priceless jewels. Who has seen these, who has seen this priceless jewels, instead of everyone, he is beyond any specific religion. And he eventually becomes God himself. He is not separate from the God, he is one with the God. That is our religion. That's how we can achieve oneness. Similarly, it's the same message which Guru Sahib says, Brahm mein jan, jan mein par param, ek hai aap, nahi kach param. So humility, as I was saying, this is with the humility we says, Shri Kabir Ji says, Jab hum hote tab tum nahi, ab tum ho hum nahi. As long as I was there, then you were not there. Now you are there, I am finished. I am not there because my ego is finished, my ahankar is finished. So this is our path. in our own ways, you can all promote the religion of oneness. You are all on a social media, you are all in colleges, in your workplace, and probably we are close to 1,000 of you here. And if all of you do your efforts to promote this oneness, to promote this river of harmony and happiness, it will bring us so much closer. It will create a better world. There are good people, although at one level everybody is created by my Lord, there is no good or bad. There can be good people in any faith, be it Muslims, Christians, Swaminarayan, Namdharis, and there could be also who are not so good, but they are still created by my Lord. But how we can bring this oneness, how can we give this message of peace, how can we give this message of happiness? All of our religion started with these messages. Have we drifted away? Have we lost the basic message and just stuck to our rituals? In many places, Guru Sahib says the rituals can be different. It's not important rituals. Importance is to our oneness. Without realizing that oneness, without getting rid of our jealousy, whatever your rituals you are doing, excuse me for saying that, you are not reaching anywhere. We should not stick to rituals. It's in our mind what gyan we are getting, how we are seeing oneness, how we are getting rid of our jealousy. So saying these words, I am again very thankful to our esteemed spiritual leaders, the gentlemen who have come outside, and especially the Sangat of Toronto who have put all these efforts to organize this beautiful seminar. And I pray to Almighty Lord, give us strength to spread your beautiful message of happiness, harmony, and oneness to everyone. Thank you so much.
I am really thankful for all the volunteers, all the people of our community, the members of our community who helped us put together this conference. It was a whole event was planned at a different venue, but at the last minute we had to rearrange things, make it possible because of some unavoidable circumstances. Now, at this very short notice, all the members from different communities, they helped us, they came forward and they said, okay, that's fine, things happen, let's accommodate it. And they all joined us here. I really am thankful for all the community members who came here today. During this whole preparation, we must have made hundreds of mistakes. I know a few by myself that we missed those things. I apologize for that, and I hope you will understand that the things which happened at a fast pace, we did miss, and we have learned our lessons, and I hope that moving forward we will accommodate those and make these things better in upcoming years and in next conferences. I am thankful to Satguruji and other esteemed guests for all the beautiful words which enlightened us with their thoughts and knowledge on unifying us regardless of religion. Together we can strive towards religious harmony and peace. We will request Satguruji to present our esteemed guest with a token of our appreciation for this conference. So I'll request Harjinder Singh Ji and Harjeet Singh Ji to come on stage. And I will request Satguru Ji to present these mementos and honor our esteemed guests. ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ Thank you, everyone. This concludes our conference here now. There are snacks at the back for our guests, and there will be langar at the Namtari Gurdwara in Caledon. So I am requesting Sangat to join us there. And I would request all the guests here, all the esteemed guests on the stage, to have a group picture, please. ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਹਲੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਦੇਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋ ਲੈਟ them ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਆਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਬੋਬੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਟੇਕ them for the ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਹਲੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਹਲੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਦੇਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਦਾ ਦਾਨ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਧਰੋਂ ਰਾਈਟ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਉਧਰ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ everybody please be seated